Hello to my Piscean collective. This is Zaida Velgara from Becoming I Am, here to give you your message for August 2026. I hope you enjoy. Now, for all you guys that are new, this is how it rolls. I usually pick about 3 astrological events. I let you know what's going to happen in the collective with that energy. And then I use Oracle and I use Tarot to kind of tell you how it's going to affect you specifically. I only do one reading a month per sign, per language. So if you're looking for readings constantly, this is not the channel. Also, I'm very straightforward when I'm talking to you. So if something does not resonate or it seems to trigger something, um, I would take a little bit of time to figure out why it is that is triggering you. And remember that these are general messages. So if it doesn't go for you, just don't take it. All right. That being said, starting off August 1st, August 3rd, sorry, not 1st, the 3rd through January 6th of 2027, we have Chiron going on retrograde in Taurus. This affects our economy. This affects our physical body, and this affects our environment. The last time this happened was 1975 through 77, and that was when we had problems with inflation, high prices, not high wages. A lot of people went on strike, a lot of reforms, a lot of different changes there. Also, um, reproductive rights, disability rights, mental health reforms, things that have to do with shifting the environment. And if you were thinking about that, just remember that during this time, anything that really is triggering you and causing a conflict, it's kind of telling you that it's time for you to make a big change. So I want to see how this will affect you specifically, people of the sign of Pisces. Okay, we got the genie in the lamp. You know what I saw from that? Not like make a wish. I was thinking phenomenal cosmic power, itty bitty little living space. Mm. We have the work table. We have the bird of peace. We have a gift. We have the reflection, past to future to past. And we have collective. Okay, as I'm looking at this, I feel like you are receiving a gift at work. It feels like a promotion or something where you have more say as to how you live your life, how you're going to move forward, etc., etc. And I feel like this is something that you used to see yourself being in the future. And then there's this energy of the collective, which I think is like a separate message, actually, because but let's find out. Yeah, no, I get the collective again, a choir of angels. Um, I'm feeling like when I'm seeing the collective twice here, that this is not a message for one person. This is a message for a lot of people. I feel like there's going to be a lot more control at work, more freedom, more ability for you to express yourself. And I feel like you're connecting to the people that are kind of your same, I want to say, wavelength, which is making it happen. So probably a position, Pisces, um that is more along the lines of your reality and your world. The peace, it doesn't really feel bad at all. It feels like you're actually getting what you want, and it feels like in work, and it feels like an energy of the collective that you're with is going to totally resonate with you. It's just very like straightforward and simple, which is kind of strange for my readings. We have the page of cups, which is again the offer. And then we have the hangman that came in reverse, but the hangman is here. And we have the Queen of Wands. I feel like Two of Pentacles. I want to say that it feels suspicious, this energy, and I don't know why I feel suspicious of it. And then the Emperor card and the Four of Wands. It feels suspicious, like, you know, when you hear something that's like a little too good to be true, it kind of feels like that. Because what we're seeing here is the energy where we're receiving a message. The message is something that we were holding back for, like we were waiting for this message. And it's one where you're going to feel more in control and in power. But you're representing as a Queen of Wands. And here there's an Emperor. Because I feel like you're going to be juggling a lot of things for. This is why I keep hearing phenomenal cosmic powers, itty bitty little living space. For some strange reason, it feels like, Pisces, like if they're giving you a position where you're going to have a lot of power, but you really don't have a lot of power. It's perceived power. Because the thing about the genie in Aladdin, right? The genie talks about the fact that it's a trap because you now have all this power, all this will, whatever, but somebody else has control over what decisions you make and how you make them. You see, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking at it and it looks like, yay, celebration, yay. But it feels really weird, like really crazy weird. Like, you know, when something sits in your spine kind of weird and you're looking at it like, I'm waiting for the shoe to drop because something just doesn't feel right here. That's this. It's an offer that seems amazing and that you're going to have phenomenal cosmic powers, more say, more flexibility, more whatever. But the reality is you're going to be juggling everything while the king is sitting in its throne and you're trapped on these four walls. And this is really interesting because I've never seen this before, but this is the Four of Wands, okay? And these people are dancing, and here's a whole entire house, but they're confined to this small little roped flower thing. Oh, but it's covered in flowers, so obviously it's good. I mean, oh my God. And the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress and the Five of Cups. And what I'm feeling is that you have the embodiment of that Empress energy. They're giving you this position because you can do it and you make things happen. You make it rain. But you're looking at the obstacles in front of you and you're kind of questioning if it's a good idea. And what I'm seeing here, look at embodiment of the Empress is all here. We have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. The only one we don't have is the Queen of Cups, which is good in this situation because I think that if you listen to your emotions, you're going to totally F yourself over. But right here, what we're seeing is first, I think you're going to be a little bit sketch when it comes to money. Like, I don't think this is paying enough for what you want me to do. And then I feel like you're going to hear the offer because she has her hand extended, but you also have the sword to cut it off when you want to, because you want to go and you want to move into something that feels more safer, more secure, more like you. I feel like you're going to be receiving an offer and the offer sounds like shit and you're just going to be like, no, because it sounds pretty from the outside, but from the inside, I know that this is shit, is what I want to say. Yeah. And they're trying to make it seem like, yeah, this is like the best thing since sliced bread, but um okay, next thing, August 12th. The new moon will be in Leo and there'll be a solar eclipse. A total solar eclipse is depending on where you're at. Also in Leo, also Mercury is in Leo and making conjunction with Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And then it does a trine in Neptune retrograde in Aries. and it does a sextile with Uranus and Gemini. So Leo is like snap, crackling, and popping for this new moon. And I think it's going to be pretty big. I feel it's going to like really be like an explosive energy. It's something where we're shifting the way we think, the way we are, the way we perceive things. Our consciousness is totally pivoting to our truest nature. So let's find out what that's all about. Because I was just like, that first message, I'm like, what? I've never had a message like that where I'm reading it and I'm like, this sounds wrong. Like, I know it looks like a pretty picture, but it sounds wrong. So that was interesting. So I want to see how it's going to be with this new moon for you. I choose me, self-love, emotional maturity, clean break, and look at sweet, then sour, fake nice, mean, undercurrent, manipulative. Look at that. I think you're gonna like nicely and politely decline the offer, and then people are gonna be butthurt. And look at this. The cycle repeats. And the cycle repeats says same drama, different day, stuck in a loop. So then after you say, no, thank you, I don't want that, I want to move forward, Pisces, I'm seeing them reverting back to the piece of shits that they were before, which is the reason why you didn't want to take the offer, because it smells like shit. Ugh. Somebody's just playing nice because they know they need you. That's what I want to say. And as soon as they find out, yeah, it's not going to roll, like you're not going to buy it. Look at 4 of Wands again. 4 of Wands again. And this one's interesting because if you look at it, it's like you're in a pedestal and all these people are looking and taking notes. This decision that this person is making is not a them only decision. I think that a few people got together and kind of brainstormed how they can convince you for this offer. Look at that. 10 of Wands in reverse. And you're just like, nope, I'm swimming away from all that mess. You're not going to block me in that BS. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I know that this is just going to get me stuck in the same cycles, different, same shit, different day. Nah, I don't want to do it. And these keep flipping over when they fall on the floor. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. That's literally this energy where, look at, there's 2 little guys. One has it easy down here, which is the guy that's the emperor. And you're supposed to climb all this ladder to be able to reach these. It's like they're going to make the job so much harder just because, and hangman, and get you stuck. That and before the hangman was upside down, and this time is right side up. Like they're trying to play it that, no, this is going to free up your time. You're going to be amazing. You're going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to do that. Look, when we do this, I'm going to free you over here, blah, 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 whole mess of stuff. And it's really just going to hang you up. And this came upside down. Knight of Cups in reverse. And this is important to me because for me, the Knight of Cups is usually the one that offers you a lot and doesn't give you shit. And it being in reverse is you knowing that everything they're offering you is shit. I don't think they're going to play you like a fool here. In the bottom of the deck, we have, look at that. Here they want to celebrate and you're just like tipping over your cup like, no, no, no. You guys stay with your shit. I don't want to be in that. Ace of Swords that kind of looks like the Ace of Death. Like, nope, I'm cutting this shit out. This is not going to work for me. And then we have Page of Swords with the Magician. And the Page of Swords with the Magician kind of feels like you're looking for new ways to expand yourself with the tools that you have that isn't here with these folks in this thing. These people are not, or whatever this is. I mean, this could be a job offer that they're telling you, oh, it's going to be great, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be terrible. It can be a situation where, I don't know, like somebody's asking you to come back in a relationship after you left them because it was toxic and it's terrible. I don't know. It just feels like They're telling you everything you want to hear, but they know 1,000% as soon as they get you signing that piece of paper or walking through that door, it's not going to be at all what they're telling you is going to be. That just feels so wrong. I don't know. It just feels so wrong. Anyways, the last thing we're going to be looking at is August 28th, the full moon and partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. And this is like literally your sign, and it's a very volatile energy because it's kind of like a massive psychic purge, and it's on everybody. It's like a finale of like a season finale or a ending of a whole series of shows. Um, and I feel like because of it, there's going to be a lot of people being extremely triggered because they're not going to know what their new role is in this new reality they're entering into. So the 28th of August, I want to see how it's going to affect you. You have time for a nap. Message in the bottle. A leg up. Okay. So, and what I'm seeing here is that by the end of the month, you're going to put to rest this offer. You're going to bottle it up and you're going to be like, no, I'd rather go in another direction. That's what this is feeling. Because a leg up usually is somebody wanting to hop on your back to move forward. You're starting, by the end of the month, you're just going to be like, this is just not for me. Three of coins. Emperor. That's the emperor from the beginning. Okay. Three of coins and emperor. And if you saw it, pulled it out because it wanted to come out of the deck. Hermit card. I feel like that's you. You're the hermit. Justice card. This is big. The end of the month for you, Pisces, is pretty big. Five of coins. That's just you rejecting it. And the message in the bottle is here again. Four of coins, and it's upside down. I mean, four of cups and upside down, rejected. What I'm seeing here is that they're still going to be in this plan of we can collaborate with each other, we can work with each other. Don't worry, we can adjust this and we can adjust that. Yes, we can accommodate that. Yes, not a problem. Blah blah blah, whole mess of stuff. And you're kind of looking at it with a fine tooth comb, and you're just like, yeah, I'd rather be alone, thank you. And this is when you balance things out. And I feel like the moon, I mean, Venus being in Libra is going to help you a lot. And that happens, I think it's like the second week of August. It's going to help a lot because your emotions going to put to the side, and you're going to kind of really be looking at things in a way that you're just kind of like, does this make logical sense? Not emotional sense, but logical sense. And I feel like you're going to decline the offer twice. Like, nope, no, thank you. Nope, no, thank you. And yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. It looks like a work thing because we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Sticks, and the King of Coins. And I feel like you're actually pursuing a new direction that actually will give you really good abundance. And I think that's the whole point, because this Emperor energy is actually the Devil energy. And I was feeling that from the beginning. And they're seeing that you're walking into a whole new world, and they're trying to block it. Yeah. I feel, when you're like 2 seconds away from your miracle, right? That you, instead of getting your miracle, you get what you wanted before to kind of tempt you to fall back into the same cycles and the same patterns. That's what this feels like. Like what you wanted before, wanted that that person to treat you nice, that relationship to work out, that job to offer you those things that they offered you, and whatever it is that you really wanted, your like sweet spot, they're going to give you that or offer you that, offer it, right? So that you don't move into something that you're already moving into that is more stable and more aligned to you. I'd be mindful if something sounds too good to be true, especially if the people, places, or things that are giving you this offer already have a huge reputation with you. Like you already know how they roll, you already know the problems that you've had there before, and with those people and whatever, they're just going to be the same thing. You know, it's like if it's shit and you wrap it up in a beautiful box with a whole mess of bows and a whole mess of beautiful things, it doesn't mean that it stops smelling like shit. Does that make sense? And the reading felt like that from the beginning. It's like something just doesn't smell right. So be careful with that. I hope this helps.